those barriers.
Well, you can't live in a planning permission, and you just can't wish new homes to just magically come into existence. And all the encouragement in the world won't help if builders can't find the staff, the materials and the finance to put roofs over people's heads. I lead a council, or have led a council rather, and I really want to ensure we can put this rhetoric into reality. But in cities where Labour tells us people want to live, the targets have been reduced, so that makes the mountain to climb elsewhere even steeper. And I want to highlight the case of Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole, where the new targets are nearly 3 times the best housing delivery that district borough has ever achieved. Setting these unachievable targets, I want to ask the Minister, does she think that brings the planning system into disrepute? I want to place on the record a story I read in the Financial Times this week about the best quarterly housing completions ever completed in the last 50 years. In 1978, 75,000 houses were completed in a single quarter. Yet the targets mean that for the rest of this Parliament, it needs a sustained thing of 90,000. The Noble Baroness and I have worked closely over the years to get homes built. I've helped her in a small way with pins, she's helped me with parishioners. But my concern is that the government is pinning the blame on councils. I think that's unfair, and I think she knows that. Might I ask what steps the government... Yes, might I ask what steps the government will take to ensure that the national agencies, like Natural England, that has single-handedly held up hundreds of thousands of homes being delivered over the last 3 years, Highways England and National Rail, whatever they're called nowadays, will roll up their sleeves and stop blocking the building so we can get the nation building.
I thank the Noble Lord. In relation to the targets, I did give an explanation of how we set up those targets in response to the Noble Lord Jamison's question. But the fact is that everyone in every area has got to play a part in this if we are to deliver these challenging housing targets. And it's important that the new formula does take account of affordability and of demand for housing in local areas. So where they do have challenging targets, it's because there is a demand, and there is a demand for more affordable housing in those areas. In relation to statutory consultees, we all know they play an important role in the planning system, providing advice on technical matters to ensure new development is good quality and safe and situated in the right place. But it is important that statutory consultees play their role too, to ensure the planning system supports the housing and infrastructure development we need. We will be working with them over the next year to achieve this, and part of our work in terms of the new Homes Accelerator will be to look at those statutory consultees, try and understand why the delays have come into the system in respect of responses from statutory consultees, and to see how we can work with them to alleviate some of those blocks and barriers.
My Lords, first of all, I declare my position as Vice President of the Local